Okay, dokie. Um, what I'm in a bit of a mood tonight, and it's not a bad thing. It's actually kind of a good thing. First of all, I want to record some videos that I can post as premieres on both my SnarkyGen-X channel and possibly on my main channel. Now, what I'm doing tonight, what I'm doing tonight is, I guess, what you would call video replies to some reaction channels that I enjoy watching. And the first one up tonight is the channel Mr. Video. His real name is Leo. He has stated that. And I really do enjoy his content. I really, really do. Here's the thing. I believe he's a millennial. And he has started going down this Generation X deep dive. And I did send him an email, but I don't know if he read it, didn't read it, or, just thought it might be bullshit. I don't know. But hopefully, seeing this particular reply video may let him know that I am serious, because I would be more than happy to have him on my channel, because he did say something about wanting to pick the brain of a Gen Xer. And, well, y'all know I'm a Gen Xer. So let's go to this. Now the video that he is watching is called Millennial Reacts to the Dangers Gen X Faced. This was normal. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch this, and we'll talk about it as we go.
Standing up on the seat, halfway out the window, clinging to the lumber on top, while Dad had his hand on our waistband to keep us from falling out.
Unsafe?
Somehow his other hand was busy holding down the lumber on his side, which is pretty incredible to think about. At the same time, he was also steering the car, shifting.
Also, where I'm at on the screen is just a thumbnail. It's the only thing I'm covering is a thumbnail. What he's actually watching is, further down.
Gears and smoking a cigarette. It's no wonder that we thought he could do anything.
He's a superhero.
I'm so proud of myself today. I'm so proud of myself. You know what?
Alright, y'all. After the last video.
And yeah, I really do like Leo. I really do. He does a lot of really good content. And as long as he doesn't have an issue with me doing, an occasional reply video like this, I will promote his channel. So, Leo, again, I like your stuff, man.
Y'all told me I still don't understand how crazy it really was.
You don't.
So let's see what you guys actually went through. The dangers Gen X faced. Cruising through those comments, perusing through those comments of the last video we did, which did amazing. The psychology of Gen X. I had no clue that you guys were going to hit the video like that and comment. A lot of the comments said I almost died back then. That's what made me want to jump into the dangers of Gen X. I'm like, why are these guys talking about being outside? They almost died.
Oh, by the way, there are some videos that that these channels watch that I cannot do, particularly the ones where the comedian Karen Morgan, where they watch that. I don't know how they got away with it, but that got me in trouble when I showed it once. So yeah, I'm not doing those. But this is from one of the, like, Recollection Road or Ready for History, or one of those kind of channels, and they don't come after people for watching and reacting to it.
Kind of a wild thing to say. Did you tell your parents that? Mom almost died today, but I made it home. How did your parents reply to that?
They didn't ask.
You'll be all right. You die tomorrow. Like, what? All that being said, guys, let's just jump into the dangers of Gen X and see the dangers you guys face. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. That's all I'm going to ask. My phone's ringing right now, but
Ignore it.
We have business to take care of. We're going to see the dangers. See, y'all couldn't even do that back in the day, huh? Phones ring and decline. I wonder how.
You pick the handle up and then you slam it right back down. That's how we bitch button somebody.
How did you guys live without cell phones? That'd be interesting as well.
Ah!
Find a video of life without cell phones and internet. God, it sounds so boring.
It wasn't.
So lively.
It was.
Let's get into this video, y'all.
Come on. On with
If
it.
you grew up as Generation X, then it's probably a miracle you even survived. At least that's what the modern world tells us.
That's how we
Many
start.
of the things that were normal
yeah.
back then are now taboo. In this video, we will have a look back and wonder how Gen X kids even survived.
No, that's a wild way to put your generation.
It's true, though.
We even survived. So the ones
It's
that
true,
did
though.
survive were the chosen few.
No. Most of us survived.
What were you guys doing?
Well, when we were outside playing, we were trying to unalive each other.
Sorry to laugh at, you guys almost surviving and everything, but it's just, in my head, I have so many questions, like, let's find out. Let's see if this video informs us enough.
In this video, we will have a look back and wonder how Gen X kids even survived. Television wasn't everything, but it was still pretty important. If you were a kid in the 70s, then you probably did not even have cable. Most people relied on a television antenna, which was usually
It's true.
rabbit ears and tinfoil.
And yes, I
However,
did just
there were
enlarge
some
myself a
households
little
that
bit.
used an antenna that was mounted on top of the roof. Every so often, this antenna would need to be adjusted thanks to some wind or weather.
Yeah.
This became a family affair. Dad, of course, was in charge of the picture, so he was right in front of the television. One of the kids would be up on top of the roof and ready to receive instructions from the relay.
Watch the look on his face as the realization sinks in.
Of the rest of the family spread out from Dad.
One of the kids.
See what I mean?
All right, so the parents were coercing the danger. Son, go up to the roof and mess around with the antenna for me while we get the picture together.
Yeah.
This is mind-boggling. The son or the child goes up to the roof. What if they slip and fall?
We bounced.
What were the parents thinking back in the day?
Yeah. We can make another
Letting
one.
the kids drive the vehicles, sending them up to the roof.
Charge of the picture, so he was right in front of the television. One of the kids would be up
Like
on
I
top of
said,
the
just
roof,
watch
ready
Leo's
to receive
face.
Instructions from the relay of the rest of the
insane.
family spread out from Dad. No one ever thought anything about kids being on the roof and then falling off.
Hard on.
Kids got up there anyways just to get a better view of the neighborhood or the stars. Many
That's
newer
true.
roofs are much more steep, and that might be considered child abuse to send your kid up there. I guess it's a good thing that people don't have to deal with antennas on the roof.
Yeah,
Summers
no
as
more
a kid were
children on the
always
roof.
fun, and why wouldn't it be? You were out of school, and that meant you could spend more time with your friends. But with all that running around outside, you were
Now, obviously, this picture right below me is from the early to mid 80s, because obviously in the 70s we didn't have MTV. But look how color coordinated these kids were.
Bound to get thirsty.
They have on MTV shirts. I don't think I ever seen any MTV apparel before. Was MTV jumping that much that you guys wore MTV clothing?
From
Wow.
from when it
that's the first time I
debuted,
ever
yeah.
seen that. they dripped out too, y'all. They matching down to the striped socks.
Yeah,
Shoes
I hated
on.
those fucking
What are
socks.
those, Saucony's?
I
You
don't
know, these type of shoes are making its way back today. You know, these shoes are
ask me.
popular to wear with some clothes now.
Nope, don't know.
Asics and basics and all that type of stuff.
Around outside, you were bound to get thirsty. There's nothing
There we
quicker
go.
and more refreshing than a sip from the garden hose. Of
Yep.
course, you had to let it run a while before it got cool enough to drink, but it certainly had a distinctive taste. When
Yeah,
is the last time that you've seen a kid do this? It's supposed to be unhealthy, yet here we are.
yep.
Occasionally, I still take a sip from the garden hose. The garden hose was also connected to a couple other activities that parents today may consider them to be too dangerous.
Yeah,
The first
yeah.
one was the slip and slide. The older editions of the slip and slide were a little bit more dangerous, and some kids broke bones or chipped teeth on these, but just about one slid off the end or
Like I said, the look on Leo's face is as each realization sinks in. I love it.
over the side and got a grass or rock burn. Believe it or not, they still sell these, but they are a little bit safer.
Yeah, they're not
This
as
next
slick
item,
as they used
however,
to
I'm
be.
not so sure about. As kids, we all enjoyed playing in the water sprinkler, but some of these sprinklers could be pretty rough. This one in particular was really dangerous. It had a solid steel base that
Did you notice how his eyes just went?
it certainly hurt if you stubbed a toe on it or fell on it, but that wasn't the dangerous part. When the water ran through the sprinkler, it would move the metal fan blade at the top. At that point, it was like a little saw blade that was spinning fast on top, and it could cut through little water-soaked toes and feet. Kids were fast learners, though. If they got cut once, they would be sure
Doing.
to clear it the next time.
I'm messing with you, Leo,
Not
but
today's day and age. You get cut once. Oh, I got cut. How did that happen? Go back and get cut again just to see. But anyone had this exact motto? I'm interested in knowing if anyone had this exact motto and used it in their childhood.
No.
And actually got cut on that little. This
no, but did have something very similar. I will say that. Did have something similar, but not that exact model.
thing looks dangerous.
We learned.
I mean, at least you guys were outside having fun.
This is true.
If we want to say that, at least you guys were outside having fun. Where are the kids at today playing in the water hose and the sprinklers and all of that?
To be honest, the kids around my neighborhood, they actually do get out and play, in various front yards. They do have a good time, and sometimes I like to sit out front just to, watch them play and encourage them to keep on playing. To treasure these years of their lives.
I don't even. You know what? This summer I'm gonna go to the swimming pool. I'm gonna see how many kids are there. Not adults. Kids are at the swimming pool this year. That'll be a fun thing to do. I'm gonna count and I'm gonna report back to you guys. I'm
Leo,
gonna do
just
some
make sure you
community
don't look
duty
like a
this year
creep when you do it.
and try to get some kids back outside and playing. I know other parents are gonna look at me like, "Who the hell do you think you are, buddy? Get out of here! My kids are playing Fortnite." Well, tell them to come outside and build forts.
It'd be more
It'll be
like,
better. They'll learn a lot more.
why you watching my kids?
Once, they would be sure to clear it the next time.
I'm
Kids
just
in our day
saying.
used to be outside a lot, and we loved it.
Yep.
That worked out great because most of our parents really didn't want us inside the house anyways.
More like what
As
let
a
us
result, kids spent
stay
a lot
in
of
the
time
house.
out in the sun. And sunblock? We had no idea what that was. Are you
Yeah,
talking about
right.
a hat or a shade tree? At most, we may have depended on SPF 4, and that's only if we were super cautious.
Nope.
Everyone was exposed to the sun, and many of us would compare sunburns at the end of the day.
True.
When our skin started peeling, we would see who could peel off the biggest flake. Oh look, that one looks like Texas.
Oh,
It
disgusting.
also wasn't uncommon to see teen girls and young women laying out and trying to get that golden beach tan. Quite often, they would speed up this process by using either coconut oil or tanning oil. Today,
It's true.
most kids get lathered up with anything from 30 SPF to 100 SPF.
Now, of course, you know, with me having tattoos, I always do put sunscreen over the tattoos. Just because I don't want them to get all fucked up from the sun.
I don't know anything about sunscreen, guys. I'm black. I don't know if any black folk use it, but I never ever had to put sunscreen on. You know, so I really don't know anything about sunscreen. But for you guys to compare sunburns
Oh yeah,
and
we
just
did.
pull layers of skin off your body
We did.
and compare them,
It's true.
this one looks like Texas.
It's true.
This one looks like Ohio over here. What in the heck?
It's true, Leo. It's 100% true.
That's disgusting, y'all. Walking around. I can't even imagine. Hey, a whole group of people just look. Hey, look at mine. I'm burnt all the way down. You guys just peeling your skin off. Like, imagine seeing that.
Also, one year I actually did get sun poisoning. Oh boy. Rose and I had gone to a wedding party, and we decided to like lay out in the sun, no sunscreen whatsoever. We ended up going through 3 bottles of aloe in a week, and we couldn't touch each other for that same week. It was terrible. Never do that again.
Anyone still have any skin saved from back in the day?
No.
Put in the comment.
Nope.
That'd be
NOPE.
disgusting.
Nope.
Oh my gosh. Some of this stuff is hilarious, y'all. You know, I find myself laughing at some of the stuff. Why did y'all parents want y'all in the house?
Because that's where they were.
They said the parents did not want them in the house. They couldn't
Didn't.
stand y'all. You know what? I secretly think, guys, this is a joke.
Go
I
ahead,
secretly
say it.
think your parents were trying to take you guys out.
You know, to be fair, Generation X was actually the first generation of people to be born when the parents had pills in order to not have us in the first place. Now think about that, and it's true. Think about that for a minute.
They're sending you on the roof to fall off. They're sending you to lay in the sun with no sunscreen.
Yep. No, we did that on our own.
Oh gosh, you guys, yay, y'all had a.
We chose to do that shit.
Kids get lathered up with anything from 30 SPF to 100 SPF. Parents in those days certainly didn't have to watch us like the parents do today.
Nope.
They not only trusted us, but they also trusted our friends and the rest of the community.
That's true.
Parents realized that we needed to do things on our own, and that was how we were going to learn.
True story.
However,
That makes sense. So that kind of negates my last little spat that I had there. They wanted you guys to learn. They trusted you guys. That's why they trusted you outside by yourself. They don't trust us. We didn't get that trust. Unfortunately, we didn't get that same amount of trust.
realized that we needed to do things on our own, and that was how we were going to learn.
I mean, it is
However,
true.
if they were watching and we happened to get hurt, there was no doubt that they were going to be laughing as long as it wasn't life-threatening.
That's true.
Your parents is
Bikes
cold.
were everything to a Gen X kid, and they provided us a freedom that we couldn't get from
It's
anything
all
else.
true.
We could go on adventures that were hours away from home, and for
Yep.
the most part, our parents had no idea where.
Wait a minute. Let me back that up. I had one of those banana seat bikes with the ape hangers, and it had a smaller tire in the front and a larger, wider tire in the back. I don't even remember what brand that bicycle was, but holy shit, that bike, I love that bike.
On adventures that were hours away from home, and for the most part, our parents had no idea where we were at.
It's true.
We also used our bikes to jump some pretty shady ramps. We could do a lot with some plywood and bricks, and it was hours of entertainment.
It's true.
As we look back on our childhoods and compare it to modern kids, it's hard to believe that we did all those bike adventures with no helmet or knee pads.
Wow.
True.
This picture pretty...
Okay, I was waiting for it to. I was waiting for him to get to this particular picture. I'm sure. I mean, whether you're baby boomers, Generation Jones, Gen X, whichever, it doesn't really matter. You guys, we all experienced this right here. You know, you got some scrap wood, couple of cinder blocks, built a ramp and jumped your bicycle over a bunch of your friends. Now, again, I'm going to say, watch the look on Leo's face.
well sums up the generation. This kid is jumping his bike off of a super tall ramp. Notice that he has no helmet, knee pads, or elbow
The adult back there.
Just pure
Yep.
fun adventure.
Yep.
If this Evel Knievel lands short, then the kid on the end is in trouble. And occasionally that did happen. As you look at the kids on the side, you can tell that they are worried about this.
The look that Leo gets on his face with each individual realization of just how dangerous this was. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Because they've seen it happen themselves. But the best part about this photo is there's a dad sitting on the front steps and he's smoking a cigarette while he's waiting to see who gets hurt first. For him, this is as good as it.
What in the world? He's waiting to see who gets hurt first. Who gets hurt first?
Yeah.
If you look at this kid on the end here, even though he knows that he's liable to be smushed, he's just sitting there chilling. No worries at all. It seems like the kids laying there are less worried than the kids sitting on the side. Dad's back
Not
there
wrong.
just like, all right. What?
Let's see who gets let's see who gets hurt first.
How high was insurance back then? Medical bills? It couldn't have been too high if they were allowing stuff like this to happen.
Honestly, I don't know. That's one question I cannot answer.
Let's send the kids to the roof.
See who gets hurt first. For him, this is as good as any gong show on television.
Which, by the way, and no, I'm not gonna gong anything because there's nobody in to cause a gong, and I'm not gonna do it myself. But yeah, the gong show is what inspired this. Me having a miniature gong on my desk.
Back in those days, cigarette smoke was everywhere, and you couldn't avoid
Oh,
sitting
yeah.
and smoke if you wanted to.
True.
In fact, most of us had at least one parent that smoked. Parents would send their kids into convenience stores to purchase cigarettes while they
Oh Lord! Oh, this is gonna be good when this realization hits.
waited out in the car. Usually the clerk would just look out and get a nod from the parent, which would signal that it was okay to buy the cigarettes. If the parents were not around, then the kid probably needed a note from the parents saying that it was okay to buy the cigarettes.
And I know that, my regular audience, I know that y'all are gonna remember doing this, going into a store, either with a note or without, depending on how well they knew you, to buy cigarettes for an adult.
These notes were never all that official, and it might be written on a notepad, scratch of paper, or the back of a receipt. Dear clerk, please sell Rhett a carton of cigarettes. Thanks, Mom. Can you believe that actually worked?
Yes.
There's no chance that kids could ever do that today. Car safety was something else that most people didn't take too seriously.
This is also
In the
true.
U.S., it became mandatory that every car manufactured after 1968 had to have seatbelts installed in them.
Now, my family did not have a grocery getter, as we called them. However, I did ride in the back of a station wagon or three. I also rode in the back of a pickup truck. And we want to talk about love and life.
But wearing them was more of a recommendation rather than a requirement until the mid-1980s. Until then, we stood up on the front seat so that we could see up over the dash, and our dad's arm
True
was
story.
our seatbelt and airbag.
True story.
Another thing that we would do is lay up on the back dash and pick our noses as we looked at the cop car behind us.
Really?
We thought it was super
Yep.
fun when Dad had to slam on the brakes and we came flying out of that back window and slammed into the back of the
That's
front
not
seat.
cool.
No, it was fun as hell.
Back then, we had to
What
learn how
the
to take
heck?
a fall, and the
Corvair's luggage problem has several solutions above and a neat trick for giving the baby his own cradle.
Leo, let me tell you something, bro. And I'm being very serious here. When we laid up in that area, and then the car came to a sudden stop, and we like went flying forward and bounced off of the back of the front seats. We loved it. We absolutely loved it. We couldn't wait to get up there and do it again. We
This
could.
was the car seat back in the day.
Yeah.
One, even if he did this to the steering wheel, oh crap, and tried to swerve out the way of a pothole, that baby's going flying.
That was the fun part. It was the fun
it's
part.
not cool, y'all. The babies were in danger.
We were durable. We
Jeez.
bounced.
The little baby back there just chilling with no belt or nothing. Now this is wild to me.
See what I mean?
super fun when Dad had to slam on the brakes and we came flying out of that back window and slammed into the back of the front seat.
Yeah.
Back then, we had to learn how to take a fall, and the
Yeah.
crazy thing about it is we couldn't wait to get back up there and try it again.
True story.
First you don't succeed, get back
Pickup
up and
trucks
try
were
again.
not as common as what you see today, and people that had boats would
There we
haul
go.
them with regular cars, even
Yeah.
Cadillacs. And when Dad
No gong, but I gotta do this because every time I hear this part of the video, I've got to.
First you don't succeed, get back
pickup
up and
trucks
try
were
again.
not as common as what you see today, and people that had boats would haul them with regular cars, even Cadillacs.
Mercuries and Subarus, and you don't go.
And when Dad needed
Blondie.
lumber, it was going on the roof of the car so that it could come home.
Yeah.
We would tie it down a little, but it was still our job to help hold the lumber down as it was stacked on the roof. So there we were, standing up on the seat, halfway out the window, cleaning.
Okay, now I don't know where this picture is from, but obviously that's not exactly how we did things back then. But it's kind of representative of it.
to the lumber on top, while Dad had his hand on our waistband to keep us from falling out.
Unsafe?
Somehow his other hand was busy holding down the lumber on his side, which is pretty incredible to think about. At the same time, he was also steering the car, shifting gears, and smoking a cigarette. It's no wonder that we thought
Well, see, I don't know because, my father was in the ground by that point, but
he could do anything.
He's a superhero.
my grandmother did
What
the
are
same
some of the
thing.
other activities we did? We all had toys that are considered dangerous now, but back
Oh,
then it
shit.
was completely normal. Lawn darts was
Lawn
one of those
darts.
toys. That weighted sharp point could penetrate anything if you didn't get the heck out of the way. Clackers, click-clacks, or knockers had the possibility of shattering and sending shards of plastic flying through the air like shrapnel.
What the heck is a clacker, click, clack, or a knocker?
You'll keep watching.
Never
You'll
seen
find
these
out.
things before.
Keep watching.
What do
You'll
you do
find
with
out.
them? Clack them together?
Doink, 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 doink.
How much excitement can you get out of those?
You'd be
Two balls.
surprised. They were kind of like the fidget toys of the 1970s.
And sending shards of plastic flying through the air like shrapnel. Yet somehow some of these clackers survived. In fact, here is my pair from the 70s.
He still got his
click,
clackers.
click,
His
click,
balls
click,
still clacking
click.
together.
Uh-oh.
All the way from the 70s, his balls still work. I mean, I guess that those will help with kind of like ADHD or something. Two balls clacking together constantly.
We didn't have ADHD
That might
back
help.
then.
Do they still sell these balls?
No.
Might have to get me a pair.
I mean, you might be able to find one, find a set at a flea market or something like that, but you're not gonna find them brand new. No.
Back then, we learned how to entertain ourselves with the simplest of things.
True story.
Remember making long chains from soda and beer can pull tabs? According to what they say today, we could have been badly
on.
cut at any moment, yet most of us had
Yeah, those things were a fucker. They really were. They were a fucker. But we, you know, like you just said, we used to build necklaces out of them.
minor cuts, if any. But one dangerous activity that we all did was kite fighting.
Oh, shit. Okay. Drop it down in the comments. Who participated in kite fighting? Be honest.
Remember this?
Kite fighting.
You would fasten razor blades to the side of your kite and then swoop it down so that you could cut the string of your friend's kite.
What?
If you were successful,
Yeah.
then that kite would keep flying forever. But if your kite took a nosedive to the ground, then you better be quick and get out of the way of those razor blades.
Who thought
Yep.
of
Guns
that?
were another item that was
Who knows who thought of it? The thing was, it spread like wildfire.
quite common. Kids could go all over town with one on the front of their handlebars, and the BB
True.
wars would certainly get intense.
Yeah, and that was another thing. The toy guns that we had back then, they looked very real. Whether they were like the BB guns that actually would fire a projectile, or ones that were just like cap guns, you know, that would just make a bang from the roll of caps that you had loaded into them. Yeah, they looked real as hell. And for some reason, the police didn't pew-pew us.
Back then, we definitely did not have safety at the top of our list when those broke out.
That's true.
We seen that movie. We reacted to that movie. Search it up, guys.
Firecrackers were certainly a lot more accessible than they are today.
Yes,
It
they
seemed
were.
like you could pop them off in every city, and it was perfectly legal. Did you
Well,
ever
it
set off
wasn't,
some
but
fireworks
we did
and
it
then place
anyhow.
them into your Tonka truck and roll it into the driveway where some neighborhood girls were playing jacks so that you could get their attention?
No.
No, well, I guess that was just me then. Speaking of jacks, they were definitely something painful to step on if you
Oh, yeah, those things. You think stepping on a Lego is bad. Try stepping on one of those motherfuckers.
were barefoot. Any parent today that complains about a Lego being stepped on has probably never really stepped on a Jax.
What did I just say?
These things would completely hide in the shag carpet, and they were like little soldiers that were waiting to ambush you.
Truth. Truth.
With all that time that you spent on the bicycle, then I'm
Oh,
sure
Lord,
that you probably
those
came in
things.
contact with at least one of these. One slip of the foot, and this pedal could travel up your leg like a vegetable peeler. Kids today
It's true.
know nothing about that level of pain.
Whose idea was it to make a leg shredder pedal?
Who knows?
That thing looks dangerous.
Oh, trust
Well,
me, they hurt
I
more
mean-
than you thought.
It should. Your foot still should stay attached to that. How does
Should,
your foot slip
but
off
didn't.
something like that? Looks like you put your foot on there and it sticks on the bottom of your foot. Plastic pedals now. All the pedals are plastic.
No, they would like spin around your foot would
Oh
slip
my,
off
even
and
everything
bang
was
up
metal
your
back in
shin
the
they
day.
would
Even
go.
the pedals to the bike, everything.
They know nothing about that level of pain. Here is
It
something
is
else that could
so
be really
true.
painful.
Oh,
These
Lord,
chairs
these
were
things.
really comfortable to lay in, but when you got up, you had lines going all across your skin. But
Oh,
that
boy,
wasn't the
yeah.
worst part. They were not the easiest to adjust. You had to bend them all the way in so
Does anybody still have one of these fucking things?
that you could adjust them further out. One wrong move and the hinges of these torture devices could snap down on you like a bear trap. and take
Well,
off
they
a
were
chunk of
torture
skin.
devices.
Are these chairs even sold today?
Hopefully fucking not.
Despite all the dangers that were lurking all around us, it really was a special time to grow up in.
This is
People were
true.
friendly and neighbors were someone that you could count on. Some of the dangers that we see today are completely different than what we faced. Do you have any special memories that you would like to share? Let us know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching.
Guys,
And honestly, I think that was Recollection Road, but I can't swear to it. They both have the same narrator, which is not AI. Leo, you have no idea. Poor Leo. I think Leo was traumatized just from this video, to be honest. But yeah, he has no idea what we went through at back in that era.
you guys had unique parents. Your parents trusted you,
True. Well,
believed in you,
I wouldn't go that far.
let you go out and tackle the world on your own without being up your ass. They let you go out and figure things out and report back to them with problems solved. Not
And actually, something I did want to bring up here. If you did get injured while you were outside, and it came to the point where you felt like you had to go home, which was not the optimal idea. It truly was not the optimal idea. You get back to the house. First of all, you're told don't bleed on the shag carpet. But other than that, and I know a lot of you guys watching this, the older people, Gen X, Gen Jones, baby boomers, you guys understand exactly what I'm about to say. When we would go back into the house with an injury that obviously was not life-threatening, but there was bleeding going on, what happened then? What happened then? We were told to sit down, calm down, and liquid mercury was slathered all over the bleeding area. Yes, like say, we had a skin knee, and that's where we were bleeding from. We were told to all right, just calm down. They would roll up the shorts that we were wearing, and they went and grabbed mercurochrome, which was effectively liquid mercury. It was a disinfectant at that time. And they would just slather this Satan's spit all up and down the wound, which hurt way worse than the initial injury did in the first place. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Somebody tell me I am wrong, because I know better. But yeah, we got covered up with liquid mercury, a couple of Band-Aids placed over the where it was bleeding, and then we were sent right back outside. There wasn't none of that. We need to take you to the ER. Nope, not unless there was broken bones involved.
Questions.
Oh,
This is where they stand apart from the rest of the generation. The trust that the parents gave them to go out and tackle the world on their own.
yeah.
When they got injured, hurt, anything, the parents today, a kid gets hurt, instantly the kid, ah, Bunny, oh my God, what happened? What happened? You got a paper cut. Let's go to the hospital.
Nope, not in our case.
Back then, it seemed to be different. Mom, I'm bleeding. I got shot. I got a nail went through my arm, and we built a fort, and it fell on me, and I broke my neck. You could just be tore up.
Well, don't bleed
You're
on the
still
carpet.
talking and alive, so you'll be all right.
Walk it off.
What?
Suck it up. Let the dog lick
has
it.
to change your mindset. Like, all right, so now I know if I get injured or messed up out here, I'm gonna have to figure this stuff out on my own. There's no running back to mommy and daddy.
Correct.
I'm gonna have to figure out what to do.
Yep.
Some of y'all was probably giving yourself stitches and
What can I say?
I don't want to keep ragging our generations and the generations to come and saying that we suck, guys, because we're the future.
True.
So if I keep saying that, then I'm saying the future sucks.
Well, it probably
We're
does.
We're headed back to slavery.
Leo, it's not your generation's fault. It really isn't. So, don't beat yourself up, bro.
Basically. You know, and I don't want to say that. I don't want to. I don't want that to be our projection. We could fix it. We
Good luck
can
with
change
that.
it.
Good luck with that.
I don't know how. I don't know how.
Stop coddling.
See, these videos,
My
they
advice.
don't only let me know how you guys lived. It's like it's informing me in a way. Informing me on all
Yeah.
the changes that were made throughout
Yeah.
the times.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking about the logic on why they were made. And when you put things together, it just doesn't add up. We're heading for destruction.
We're always heading for
I'm
destruction.
not trying to sound like a fear monger here or whatever.
I
I'm
would
just looking
I
at
would say fatalist, but okay.
how life has progressed from looking at these videos. Even
Leo,
though
that's
we
why I want
progressed,
to talk to you,
it
man.
seems like we went backwards.
Don't
I
get
don't
me
know.
started.
I don't want to keep making these, videos about how it sucks now, because we're in the now and we can't do anything about it. But we can change some of the things that we do. I don't know. With technology and the way it is today and the way it's advancing, it's
Be happy with your new to
people
come
want
robot
robots in their house
overlords.
now. They want their own robot to do all their work and stuff for them. It's hilarious that, you guys look at your generation and say, we're lucky to be alive. Has any of you guys ever done anything life-threatening?
Are
Put
you
that in the
kidding?
comments.
Are you kidding?
If you want to put in the comments, did your parents make you go up to the roof? Anyone ever fell off
different
a
story.
roof? You guys used to go to the roof to have fun?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, y'all had to think of anything to have fun back in the day. Anything.
True.
Without the internet for constant entertainment and to look down at, y'all just had to think of anything to do. Let's go on the roof.
Yeah. And by the way, laying up on the roof
What should we do next, y'all? What
on
should
a
we check
starry
out?
night,
Anything that I'm missing here, let me know in the comments. Till next time.
absolutely awesome. Okay, there we go. that was Mr. Video, Leo. I enjoyed that video. I really did. And hopefully he will watch my reply to that video. And, hopefully we can connect it sometime in the future, because he has asked to pick a Gen X brain. And, well, I would be much more than happy to be the brain that he picks. So, all right, everybody, you all take care. I will see you next time. And believe it, I'm doing more of these tonight. See ya.